Ooh, sexy time, it's nice. We're here, y'all. We're live, brother. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's been a day.
It's a Sunday. Like today
Mm.
actually feels like an actual Sunday, which is
Oh,
a real thing. That never ever happens.
I have been laying flooring and not getting nearly enough done because we had to
Or
lay it like
or you could
twice.
be on my end and I did the breaks. Now I'm just being lazy. Like I'm just sitting on the couch pulling a Big
I would,
Lebowski.
I would be into that. I could be into that real bad.
Mm-hmm,
Let's tag
mm-hmm.
out. You
You
come do
want,
the next set of flooring.
look, I hate towel work. I
You
refuse to do it.
you have
I
to
refuse.
do. You have to at least argue with Desiree like every 2 or 3 boards though
Okay,
about what you're supposed to be doing. That's part of the rules.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can
Yeah.
honestly do that.
You,
That's
you
fine.
can't. You can't let her get too used to me being gone if we're gonna trade places.
Mm, no, I can definitely do that if you need me. Well, or if you need me to watch Millie, I do that. But
That
she's
would have
got to
been
come
nice
back.
too.
She's got to come back.
She was all about going outside yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, you can't." So we finally just sent all the kids out, kicked them
Mm-hmm.
all out
Mm-hmm.
while we were doing the flooring.
It feels it. It
Yeah.
feels it. But yeah, if it does, it feels like a Sunday. I feel like you should just be doing something at your house. But other than that, we are.
I
Oh, why so
was.
nerdy?
Hey.
We're back. We're back. Yes, guys,
Oh,
we have not. Oh man, we have not been recording like normal. It makes me
no,
sad.
we need to get back on it. It's just
Yeah,
been so busy between my work schedule and your bullshit. Like,
yeah.
oh,
And I'm gonna start filming again too. So it's just one of those things where like schedules are fucking crazy.
we're gonna make up for it. We're gonna record several today,
Yeah.
and then we'll
Yes,
do
yes.
some more this week.
And just ass load of recording.
Because
Yes.
we definitely got to get some shit out because stuff has launched. Snyder cuts out.
There's so much to talk about right now.
What Falcon Winter Soldier is out. Like
Mm-hmm.
we need to get on it. WandaVision ended. I don't even know. We should just do like a talk on the series opposed to doing like what we did with Mando because clearly we can't keep up.
Yeah.
So
Well,
maybe we should just do a bulk
I honestly
conversation.
think that WandaVision, don't get me wrong, like I'm glad that phase 4 was set up through that actual show.
Mhm.
Basically how they're gonna do the multiverse. I just wonder how many superheroes they're gonna tie to that specific type of thing. Because you know you
Too
got
many, I'm sure.
yeah, well, you got like Shang-Chi coming out, and I don't know if that's going to be like a separate thing from the rest of the MCU because all of them supposed to be involved anyway. But is that going to be separate? Like some of the shows, like Loki is tied into the movies, but yet it's still kind of a series. It's just like based for him, and then
I haven't even heard anything about Loki.
Loki it talks
It's been
about
very low key, you know.
yeah.
Gotta give it a little French flair for the topic today, Will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
did.
go,
Yes.
Talk about your croissants.
The croissant. Yeah.
In your pockets.
Yeah. We'll ramble on that a little bit later. And we'll talk about
we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. Yes, but today we are actually talking about
Lupin.
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 Lupin. If you
Not
have
the third. Sorry.
just not Lupin the Third. We're talking about Lupin.
Yeah, there was sadly no samurai nor a gunman in this yet, so you know.
I mean, it was really good though, and
breaking my heart.
Look, you know what? I hate to say this. Look, there's no offense to you guys, but there was a thirsty white chick in this show.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she staying true to form. Yeah.
super thirsty over years at that too. It wasn't like the first time. It was like 17 years after the fact. She was super thirsty the first time.
Oh yeah.
She never got acquainted with each other.
I assume you're talking about the daughter, right?
The daughter, yes,
yeah.
the daughter. The daughter.
That poor man, doggy paddled his ass off, didn't he?
He did.
That's some hard swimming.
He was getting ready to get in there, get in where you fit in. But yeah, so we're talking about Lupin. The show is actually based off the memoirs of Lupin. I forget who the author is for that book, but that's actually what the show is based off. So the show is like little mini cuts of
the
like
original French writings.
Yes. It's actually a series of books. So like, I think this is the first book. He mentions it in the show. It's like the first book or the second book that he's reading.
Well, he's read all of them because that was his whole thing, right? Like he's like super obsessed with Lupin, and so is his father.
Yeah, he read all of them, but like the one he rereads is like, I think it's like the first one. The one he always the one he always has with him. It's
Yeah.
like the first or like the second one or something like that. But yeah, it's really cool, man. Like the show takes like a different approach to doing like
Maurice LeBlanc is the
Maurice
writer.
Maurice LeBlanc. There you
Yeah,
go.
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc. But it takes a different take of like heist shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like most heist shows you see or heist movies you see, everything happens and then it tells you what happens.
Well, yeah, it's what is it, the Rick and Morty parody where like 90% of the movie is building the team, and then at the end they reveal that the heist already happened before the heist started.
Yeah. Well,
I'm glad that they stepped away from that.
Well, this one walks you into the heist. Like you're in the midst of the heist of it.
Oh, should we put a spoiler alert? I assume.
Yes.
Everybody knows that we're probably going to spoil quite a bit of this series. Just the first season, because we're not all the way through it yet. So it'll probably be like, what? Have you made it past the fifth chapter yet?
I've made it past the fifth chapter. I will not tell you the ending, but I mean, yes, we're just gonna kind of highlight a couple of things. Like I don't give.
I just want to get the word out because I feel like I haven't heard anybody talking about.
Dude, it's such a good show. It was critically acclaimed on Rotten Tomatoes. It got a really high.
How have I been out of the loop for so long?
But I mean, when it first came out, everybody was excited for it. There was memes and everything for a second. Yeah, but it's a good show.
Missed it. Totally missed it. Yeah. I got super excited the other day and I saw it and I was like, oh, hey. Yeah. I was like Lupin III. I was like, I wonder who the samurai is going to be. And then I got into it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. It was based off of a book.
See, that's what I thought, too. I thought that they were doing a Lupin III like rendition over live action. I was like, oh, God, here we go. This is about to be bad. No, after I clicked it on and realized that it was actually the original stories, I was like, this is dope. This is dope.
I mean, this man is a thief among thieves.
He is guilty of thieves.
Yeah, and he is one of the greatest hiders of all time because only Lupin can be a 6'3" black man in France.
Yes,
and somehow disappear and no one find
look. You know what? He's the only black guy that I know that is that tall and that big, that muscular, that can just disappear.
Dude, it wouldn't be so bad. America, 100%. You dip out, you're gone. You know, I would even go so far as say London, you could probably be a 6'3" black man and disappear. But in France, where like they're like what, 5 foot nothing, like pasty white dudes most of the time.
To give him credit, he's not from France.
Well, yeah,
he migrated, but like you can obviously tell that in the show.
How are you gonna disappear in a crowd when you're a 6'3" black man?
I don't know. It's a lot of that. People are short. You're right.
Well, every scene I see him in, that's like my one critique of this whole show is like every time he's like
smaller than he is. Yeah,
he walks into a room and you're like, oh, there he is. Hey, there's Lupin.
Well, I mean, that's where the disguising's coming in. Like he actually does a really good job in his disguises. But you can't change everything. The one though, there is one, and I won't say what happens. Yeah. When he disguises himself. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Where he's like the old dude?
Yes.
Yeah, that was very good. We can spoil it. We already gave them the spoiler alert. They're good.
Yeah. Well,
you've been warned. If you've made it this far, you've been warned.
Yes. Where he's the old dude and basically has all the prosthetics on. Like that was awesome. Fantastic. That was fantastic.
You could tell it was him, but it was like if you didn't know who he was at the beginning, you wouldn't have ever known.
Yeah.
And you would have been looking for it.
And that's how the cop caught on. He was like, everything looks similar, and there's always a 6'3" black dude.
I really liked the disappear in the very beginning to where he met up with the daughter, and then he disappeared in the fucking bikes.
Yeah,
that was genius.
Yes,
that was genius, and I was like, you can't even hate on him because he disappeared, and there's no way you're finding him.
I just feel like the first episode in itself, the way he set up the drug dealer, so he didn't have to pay the drug dealer back. The way he disappears, the way he dips out with the actual necklace is the sickest thing ever. Like
I even liked. So, have you noticed like the obvious, like sort of like mild racism of the show? where they like he encounters a lot of like, you know,
it talks about it. It actually focuses on it, which is a good thing. I think it's a good thing to. I think I'm glad, and I'm just gonna take a step out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that a lot of shows are doing a lot of things to address diversity, because it's kind of like our times right now. It's actually what's happening in the real world.
It's definitely a good eye opener. You see it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
But I do like how he actually sort of uses it to his advantage. He's like, you want to stereotype me? Like when he breaks into prison, he's like, they're not going to notice. He's like, they're going to put one dude in, one dude out. And I was like, that's fucking absolutely they are. They're not even going to pay attention to that situation.
No.
I was like, what a genius way to break into somewhere.
Yeah, like, it's true. And like it's subtle, right? It's not really like a big scene. But
like it just if you were looking for it, it let you know. And it was sort of like, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's absolutely correct. Like, and he uses it to his advantage several times. Like when he knew he was going to get shook down on the way out from where he stole the necklace, because he knew the cop that was hired to stake there is going to be prejudiced. He's like, I'm not going to keep the necklace on me, so he ditched it. I was like, fucking genius. I was like, absolute genius.
Yeah. Right. So like it's a good show. Like it does subtle things to highlight like major issues. You know what I'm saying? And like I just think it's really cleverly shot. And on top of that, it's a foreign film. And like kudos to all foreign films that are really good. I don't think we in America give enough credit of how good films are.
In their defense, this is dubbed. So that's probably why it's doing so good. Because I bet if it was sub, nobody would have caught on.
Oh no, I watched it. I watched the entire thing in French.
Like, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been watching it. Yeah, I've been watching it dubbed.
Yeah, and I watched the entire thing in French.
I have to multitask. I can't do it anymore. Like I have to really be in the zone to do subtitles. Like I still haven't watched Parasite, and I feel really bad admitting that because I've heard it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
I just can't find myself the time to sit down because it's like a 2-hour long film. And I was like, I have to like laser focus for 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a really good film. It's just it's a lot in the 2 hours. Like a lot happens. Yeah.
Nothing like the cider cut 4 hours, but we'll get to that later.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But
I definitely wanted to highlight this show because fucking like I have enjoyed it. The actor is amazing. Like the person who wrote this is a genius. Like there's so many like situations to where it's like, oh, that was such an obvious like he got caught up. I was like, he must have not planned for this, and it's already taken care of. Like it was all part of the plan.
Well, I think the reactions of like stuff that he fails at and the stuff that he succeeds at, like they do really good of showing like the cataclysmic wave of like what happens after it happens. You know what I'm saying? So like, especially when they were getting chased by that what's the one dude that he hires to chase him down to take him out?
What? I don't remember. I don't think they ever gave a name, but you're talking about the rich father who hired.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where he fucking hardcore parkours over the wall.
Yeah,
I just got to that.
Yeah. So that's actually like that dramatic of how far this man will go to make sure that he can like secure this necklace and save his legacy.
Yeah, because that was what I guess we should have probably put that up front. Yeah, that's sort of his whole what's the word I'm looking for? His whole purpose or his whole like motivation.
His whole motivation is to get revenge for his father because his father was killed and framed.
Well, his father killed himself.
Yeah.
So he was framed for stealing the necklace, and he felt so much shame about it that he sort of set up this like big revenge plot for his son. Like, you're gonna be the next Lupin.
Yeah. But he feeds into it though. Like I think in a sense, because you see when he's interrogating the inspector that you can see that he really wants to get revenge for his father, but he's got to do it in the right way. And like that was crazy.
I hated that he got so emotionally caught up to where he yelled like, why did you frame my dad? I was like, no.
Shut the fuck up.
I was like, there's the thread, man. There's the thread that's going to come back and bite him in the ass later.
That's how I was like, shut the fuck up.
It broke my heart.
Well, but it's cool though because the cop actually covers for him.
Yeah, well, he covers him because he's got him blackmailed, right? Like, isn't that like the whole thing?
Yeah, he's got him blackmailed, but he still covers for him. So at least,
Which I don't know the original like relationship with him and Dumont, but like I know in the comic books of Lupin the Third, they were like sort of like they always butted heads. Like he was always hunting them down.
Yeah.
So I wonder if like the Dumont of this one is actually the crazy detective. I don't remember his name. The guy who actually has him pegged the whole time and nobody wants to listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Like I guess he is the new Dumont of the comic books.
He's definitely the new Dumont. Yeah, definitely the new Dumont.
I want to know
that dude, like, but the way he figures out that it's him is actually pretty impressive.
Oh, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Well, or do you mean like the original time? Like when,
like
when he's like, oh, it's just like in the books. Like,
where he figures out it's one guy. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's pretty impressive because he goes through and like has it all figured out.
Which I'm sort of sad because I thought I like I said I didn't read the original French books. I read Lupin the Third is my loop to realizing that there's a Lupin book that was French, and then I ran into this show. But I thought he always had a crew, and I was sort of hoping for a crew. He's got the fucking the jeweler. Yeah, that's really it. Like,
well, I mean, I feel like there was influence taken for Lupin the Third. Of course, we all know that.
Well, it's backwards, so it would be like Lupin the books made the comic book, and I'm sure they like looked at the comic book a little bit, maybe for this show.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like they went straight from the books and not from any kind of the comic books. But it would have been nice because I would have killed to have a samurai in this show.
That'd been amazing.
What was his name? Do you remember the character in his name? It's like it starts with an M. I'll never remember it. I can't look it up. Yeah, but like, would have been great to get him and the guy, the fucking like sharpshooter with the old school like Russian pistol. Like fucking, or no? Did he have a revolver?
Yeah, he had a revolver, I believe.
I felt like it was who has the old school like German pistol. Someone in the show, doesn't it? Or maybe he just uses it at one point. Maybe it was just like in the episode I'm thinking of because I watched the show too of the anime.
Yeah.
No, like that shit's awesome. Like speaking of which, I found this show looking for it because I heard there was a Lupin the Third movie on Netflix, and I stumbled upon this, and I was like, oh, I was like a horrible live action I needed in my life.
It's Daisuke. There's Daisuke.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was super excited. I thought this was going to be like an awful fucking, rendition of, you get the live the live action version where they do like horrible special effects and like fucking.
Well, we could have a Death Note and just be utterly trashed out and disgusted about what just happened.
In the defense of Death Note, they did hire someone very good to play the demon.
Was it William Dafoe that was the demon?
Yes, William Dafoe was I don't even remember the demon's name. The main demon, the guy with the wings. Yeah, yeah. Fucking, I thought that was amazing. Like, great casting, great results. Like, he looked terrifying.
Well, you can't save. I mean, not all good actors can save a film.
Well, see, the problem, they do the same thing. I know we've gotten off topic and we've gotten into live actions, but I do have to say this. For some reason with live actions, they always do this thing to where they try to fit like a whole few seasons into 1 2-hour movie. And it's like, dude, the reason why it's so good in anime form is because of the pacing.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't rush the pacing. Like fucking Avatar. Let's talk about that shit pile. Fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender. They fit all of book 1 into fucking what? Like that's a 2-hour movie. I think, maybe 3. But fucking, it literally felt like somebody was hitting fast forward. Like I thought I was gonna have a stroke at the end of the movie because like I was like, oh hey, I remember this episode. We're in this episode, and like I would shake and like, all of a sudden I'd be like, oh god,
it's too much. I feel like if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to release it in parts, which is that's kind of why I like how Lupin has this set up.
Yes, they did a great job. They went with a season or like a series opposed to a movie, which was a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and then like I just like that it's in parts though too. Like it's not
Mhm.
actually like a dedicated like, oh, this is going to be a 13-run show and we're going to tell us over a show. No, the 6 parts are long. I think they're like an hour or something like that each.
Yeah,
An hour each.
I
But
believe so.
they all
Hour
kind of
45 minutes.
Yeah, hour 45 minutes. So it's just basically it's all like a long movie that you watch every single time.
Mhm.
So I think
I
like
think I'm more into that framing than movies anymore. Because like even with to bring back Snyder Cut, they even did that with that, and I actually really appreciate that they sort of chopped it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like they were just running one part through, and it's all like. I think that was one of the bigger things they missed last time is that they kept trying to smash these things together. It's like they don't fit, man. The blocks don't fit the right way. Stop smashing them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I honestly think though too that if more serious go towards the part type deal, you can cover a lot more ground on like what you're trying to explain. Like part 1 explains all of this. This is all what happens. Part 2 explains this. This is all what happens.
Yeah, so you don't have the like hour-long conversation where you like mansplain your plot to the audience.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, you just be like, no,
what's happening here is it's like, oh, thank you, movie.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I love the monologue. I fell asleep halfway through, but yeah. I hate when movies spoon feed you, man. It aggravates me. If you have to explain it like that, you didn't do a good job writing it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But I do like also some of the cool stuff that he like finds, like some of the cool like trinkets and like some of the like notes and like the way he goes through and decipher things because he's like a decryptor too.
Yes, like where his father hid like highlighted words in the original book that he had in the cell. Dude, like they did whoever wrote this did a very good job. Like that, it doesn't feel like, you know, I have this thing about detective movies. I like to pride myself on knowing the end before it happens.
Yes.
And like, don't get me wrong, I could do that with a lot of the episodes, but I was not sad that I saw it coming. Like I was like, that was the fucking best way to do that whole situation.
Well, you knew it was coming, but the fact that you just watched it play it out and the way it plays out is just magnificent.
Like honestly, like to bring back to the bike scene, like when he disappeared in the deliveries, dude, I was like, that was not even in the realm of my brain of how he was going to get out of the situation. Like I saw the backpack and I was like, oh, so he's going to like, you know, call some dude to drop a pizza off and then disappear like that. And I was like, but that's one dude. How is he going to do it? And he fucking called a whole crew. And I was like, way better fucking, you know, mob of delivery service to fuck with them.
That'd be sad. Yeah, it was cool. I like the what is the one scene? I like the auction scene in it where like he was in the auction at the very beginning.
I'm tired of this. I'm just ready to put this auction to end. Let's just drop this many millions.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and say that we're gonna pay this, but not really pay this.
I was so glad that they explained how they didn't question him, by the way. Like he did his own Wikipedia page, which was fucking genius.
Yeah, which is not and he would change it like each time, which is crazy.
He's like, you could Google me. I was like, fuck yes, Google him.
Baby.
I was like, that's a hell of an answer.
Well, and then when he did when he went into the police station and infiltrated the police station, that was cool too.
Yeah. Fuck, what? That was the prison. Is that what you're talking about?
No, he infiltrates the police station when he gets the constable.
Did I miss the? Oh yes, when he kidnapped him. Yeah, where he acted like he was the computer tech guy.
Yeah, that was funny.
Dude, yeah, like threw embarrassment in there to throw a shade on. They caught him in the act. I like that. They're like, well, where's Michael? Like, he's the one that's usually here, and he's like, do you want me to delete this porn or not? They're like, whoa, shut up, dude.
Yeah. He played it off very well. He was getting ready to get caught.
That was such a good like shade. Like it was a great like distraction to fucking completely throw them off the scent that he was not the dude.
Yeah. So speaking on this, I know you haven't seen the entire thing, but what would you expect to see out of the second part?
God, I don't know. I would assume, like I said, I assume he's going to build a team. We're going to get that heist team build soon. I hope we're going to get some new and interesting people. All of me wants like that romance part, but like I said, I don't have any knowledge of the original book, so all of my wants are from the comic book where it's like, I want a samurai, I want a love interest,
Like, wait, was you a big fan of Lupin the Third?
Dude, Lupin the Third is one of my favorite animes of all time. Yes,
Yeah.
I was
See,
addicted.
I don't know a whole lot about it. Like I've seen it in parts. I know it has parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, but like I've only seen like a handful of it to know exactly like what happens and what it is, and I just don't know anything of the story.
There is so essentially it's like this, like he is the Lupin is the brains. And he understands that he can't do everything by himself, which is what I'm assuming that eventually happens in this show.
Yep.
And then he's going to start hiring people on. So he hires a gunman who is like, sharpshooter, like shoot a fucking pin out of your hand from a yard, like a mile away type of deal. That's cool. And then like, I don't remember how they got the samurai. My brain is sort of fuzzy on how they found him. I think they got him mid heist somewhere, and then he just sort of tagged along, like saved his life or something.
Yeah.
But fucking dude, like, only uses the sword, cuts up bullets and shit. So it gets a little wild. I'm sure he's not going to be any part of any kind of book.
No.
The original.
I don't think he'll be added in the series, but it'd be really cool if they did.
But yeah, like Lupin is like just always looking to like fuck around. He always loses the money somehow. Is half the time how they keep moving on from heist to heist. So the anime is a little like it reminds me of I want to say the Pink Panther, but that's sort of on the nose, but not really. I mean, where like the heist always happens, but nobody gets away with anything.
His like demeanor is like that. Yeah, Lupin's demeanor is like that.
Yeah, so it's goofy, is what it like. I like the anime. It's like a goofy, serious blend. Yeah, but this show,
there are some serious moments in the anime, though.
Yes. Oh yeah. There's some really heartbreakers, especially in the movies. Like the movies are really. Fuck, the newest one. I still haven't seen all of it yet. But like fucking one of the main characters like loses a limb, and it's a big fucking deal.
Oh wow.
Like sacrifices a limb to win a fight. And I was like, how the fuck do they continue the show with that? But I guess movies can be one-offs. Yeah. They don't have to be
it could anything. They wanted to. I know they were talking about having a movie to like close the story. Like
maybe that's what it was. It might have been the closer.
Yeah.
Because that dude's not coming back.
Like, you can get all this. Let's go.
I mean, he can be. I don't want to ruin who it was, but like I guess he could use one hand for what he does best. But it's going to hinder the process.
Some people, if you ain't got no hands, they use a foot.
I guess that's true. That would be funny. Remember that. For people who know what I'm talking about, just picture that moment using your foot opposed to his hand, and that's a really funny scene.
Right. That is a full Buddha pose right there.
But to get back into this show, what my wants, I want like a Catwoman type thing where he like falls in love with another thief. That would be great.
That'd be fantastic. Well, something like that. That would mess up the dynamic of his family because because his family, he still loves his family, dude.
Well, he's part-time dad. Is that his wife, or are they estranged, or what's? Yeah. So they're split. So I mean, you could have a thief romance.
Yeah, they're estranged. They're split, but she wants to be there for him, but yet not be involved in all his bullshit.
She doesn't want to. Yeah. She knows all his shit, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I think like.
Oh, go ahead.
I think that'll be a good dynamic. I don't know. I don't know. Well, you do have Thirst Trap 3000 on here. Who's still thirsty for him, regardless of him doing her wrong.
Man, she grew up to be not great. Like, she did not age well. She needs to stop smoking.
Yes. Not at all.
She went from like attractive teenager to all of a sudden, like, this many years later, he's looking great and she's looking like 95. And I'm like, Need to stop smoking.
Right. Well, I wanna know what happens with the son. Really, like I want to know if they're gonna be able, or if he's gonna be able to like train him.
Oh, that would be a good. I could get into that for second season, like training the apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
I could be into that.
He starts teaching him stuff while he's still going through all his stuff.
That'd be cool. I get into that.
That'd be dope.
That's a good one.
I don't know. I honestly, there's a lot of potential with this show, and I feel like a lot of ways that it can be explored. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're still using your source material from the original stories.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they have so much source material. So I mean, there was like, just from my quick search when I realized it was from the books, and I was wondering what exactly it was from. I searched like 6 books minimum. Yeah, and I'm sure there's way more than that.
Well, then I think a lot
like
of
this was sort of like Sherlock Holmes of France, like Lupin's.
The one with Benedict Cumberbatch. Like
no, I'm talking the books. No, the original books.
Okay.
Like Sherlock Holmes was a big series.
Yeah,
like, there was case after case after case, which when I looked up Lupin is sort of the same thing. Like I said, there was a book collection of like 6 different instances of him going out and doing heists and stuff. So I'm sure they have just as much source material to go through, and they could pick and choose what's going on.
You wonder if he's like a national, because you know how like Bond and like all that is like a national like treasure for them. You think Lupin's a national treasure?
I would assume for France, yeah. And I mean, it would definitely be a big export for them because, like I said, it got a lot of attention because, like I said, I remember finding out that there were old books when I asked to date this a little bit. The last time I bought a Lupin the Third book was when Books a Million? No, not Books a Million. Ooh. What was the one that went out of business?
It wasn't Half Price, was it?
No.
Half Price is still up.
It was right across the street from the movie theater, because I used to walk there from the movie theater. St. Matthew or Stony Brook.
Oh, okay.
What was that place called?
I don't remember what the name is. I think it is Books a Million.
No, it's not Books a Million. Barnes and Noble?
Is it Barnes and Nobles? It's the
welcome to the part of the show where we can't remember shit.
Got the name.
Borders.
Yeah.
Borders. Yes. Reached into the ether and pulled that son of a bitch out.
Right. Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah, Borders. I used to walk over to Borders, and that's the last time that I bought a Lupin the Third book.
That is tragic. That is
sad. Dates it. That's like 10 years ago, minimum.
That's like minimum 10 years ago.
Minimum 10 years ago. That is more than that. I was in high school.
You need to read more, Mike. I know you probably read on your phone, but you need to read a book.
It's been a long time since I've had time to sit down and read a book.
You know what? You just need to find one and get
I've been meaning to sit down. Oh, I have a book that I want to read. It's just I never have the fucking time. I've been wanting to read the original World War Z.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic book series. It's amazing.
I'm gonna have to check these books out now because now I want to read about the.
I think the Lupin books are strictly. I don't know if you can find a translated one. I know most of them are in French.
Most of them are in French.
Mm-hmm. It's a very like it's sort of like Sherlock Holmes where like you can't really find the non like a more what's the word I'm looking for? It's sort of like reading Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Where it's like in Old English. Mm-hmm. So most of them are in like an older set of English.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They use a lot of words we don't use anymore that we don't that you have to look up.
Like colo.
Like
colo. What are you? Yep.
I'm talking about asses up in here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wonder if there is a translated version. I mean, obviously they're going to have to probably do
it. They're going to have to now because I didn't know it was so popular, but if with the popularity of the show, they're definitely going to have to do some translated versions.
Yeah. How did you feel about his like flashbacks when he was a kid? Did you feel like that explained enough like for you to have enough backstory?
So far, like I feel like I have a pretty deep understanding of his childhood. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I think it did a really good job. Like it gave sort of like the trauma and like where he sort of learned how to be smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked sort of like the training of how
But,
he sort of picked up on
but
everything.
but the thing was, he was only smooth because he knew how to do it with the ladies.
Yeah, I guess it's true. That is always been Lupin, even in the French books and in the comic books. That was always how he got out of shit. Is he was a suave man. He could woo the ladies to get him out of a situation.
I mean, the ladies will do
Yeah,
anything for you as long as you take care of the ladies.
there you go. See,
Yeah.
the French are renowned for their love language. So
They're also renowned for like washing their buttholes. So I mean, let's be honest
that's
though.
good though. The
That,
bidet.
that, is, that is a healthy lifestyle. It's just
Yeah,
a lot of poopy hands.
I want a bidet.
I just feel like that is a lot of poopy hands.
A lot of poopy hands. What?
The bidet, like you gotta get in there and like
No, what is wrong with it? What do you do with your? You're not allowed
spread the
to have.
cheeks and
You're not
clean.
allowed to have a bidet now.
No, I feel like if a
Poopy
bidet
hands.
is
You
there,
don't
bro,
stick your hand down
if
there.
a bidet is there, it presents the opportunity for somebody to take a bath and wash their ass. I'm just saying, a high possibility that rate goes up
I don't think
way
they're
higher.
scrubbing their ass.
See Lupin in there. Okay, I need to bidet clean.
I have
Saying,
so many
man,
questions of how you deal with your ass now.
like I just don't know how I feel about a bidet. I just don't know how I feel about water being shut up my butt.
It doesn't go up your butt; it just sprays your butt.
But I feel like it goes up your butt. If it's gonna spray your butt, some water's gonna go up there.
I mean, I guess they're just clench. I don't know. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Poopy hands.
Poopy hands. But the French are cool. The French are cool. They make croissants.
It's a hands-free device, Will. I just want everybody to know the bidet is a hands-free device. You spray your butt and then you just go on.
But you guys with poopy hands make croissants, and that made me happy.
That's actually how they discovered the chocolate croissant.
Oh God!
Yeah, it was a mistake the first time, and then they had to keep making them afterwards.
Yeah.
So, he's like, "Oh, the chocolate croissant."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my God, this is delicious! You need to make more of these. This should be a new item." And then he's like, "Oh, I could actually make a chocolate croissant instead of a poop croissant," and that's how it was. Yeah. You're welcome. A little history lesson from Why So Nerdy. History lesson on the chocolate croissant.
Derived from the poop croissant.
Oh my God.
I love it.
I'm done with this episode.
Done with it. But yes. So let's any other things about the show that you liked? Like what was a couple things that you like? What was a couple things you think that they can improve on? Actually,
I wish I could have got more of him and his dad.
Yeah,
like I really felt robbed of like understanding his love for his father. I got it because that scene like showed how much of a gentleman he was and how much he respected his job.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool, but like you didn't really get much like, oh, here's a dad and son outing. Here's why he loved him so much.
You don't get a whole lot of backstory for the dad. You just kind of get a setup and that's it.
Yeah, and I really would have liked a lot more other than oh hey, he was a butler and then also he killed himself in prison for being framed.
Well, I mean, you kind of get like bits and pieces though as the show goes, as they explain with the rich guy and the daughter and all that stuff.
I guess so. It's just I really wish I could have got like that because I didn't miss him.
Yeah.
Like he died and I was like, all right. It wasn't a really big heart moment for me watching his dad die. Yeah.
I have it running in the background. I just realized. Do you remember the bike messenger scene?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes. Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Welcome to the conversation, Will.
Oh no, I'm here.
No, I'm saying we talked about that earlier.
We did talk about that earlier. Yes, because this is when she gets ultra thirsty. Yeah.
Come home.
Yes. Yeah. Even with it without sound, it still looks like
really, really old Julia Roberts meets like who's Steven Tyler's daughter. What's her name?
Liz Tyler.
Yeah. Looks like Liv Tyler and Julia Roberts had a baby, and then this baby aged to like 90 immediately.
That is rough. All right, she don't look that bad.
Oh
right?
yeah, she looks pretty rough.
She does look like your older French lady though.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she was like an older French mom or something.
She's like, I was once a beautiful woman. Oui, oui. I touched a lot of wee-wees back in my day. It's like you're like 30. Oh, 30 is like 75 in French ways.
But if you like lots of wee-wees. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. I know it's hard to believe, but great impressionist. That's dead on every French woman you ever meet.
Yeah. I really wish there was more.
Shout out to our French listeners.
We love you guys. You know it's all fun. Hey, I wish there was more. I wish there were more fight scenes. Like I honestly do wish you could see more because the fight scenes were in this show are actually really good. Like when he actually does fight a couple dudes or like.
I mean, a good thief isn't fighting a lot. You know, it makes sense that there's not a lot of fight scenes.
I mean, he fights and gets away. Yes.
Yeah.
Or like when he's doing the telling and stuff like that. Like I wish there was more dramatic moment, just a little bit more dramatic moments.
Yeah, he's more of a escape artist than he is a fighter.
Yeah. Which is a difference in between Lupin the Third, because in the Lupin the Third he was all about them hands. Like they escaped.
He was always running away, but he had people who handled everybody. That's why he had the two friends. Yeah.
I think it was the samurai guy that was always about the hands.
Man, he fucks everybody up. Yeah, his hands are rated E for everybody, and everybody's catching a piece.
Yes, everybody got the piece.
Everybody. He roughed some fucking people up in that show. We'll have to do I want to watch one of the movies. Maybe we can do a movie because I would love to watch the new one.
Do a movie watch or a movie party. So
I would love to do the new Lupin movie.
I can't believe somebody's arm gets blown off though, bro. That's rough.
Oh, it's so sad. I don't want to get into it. We'll talk about it, but it's fucked up. It ends his career, but it's such a savage fight. It's so good.
Well,
yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I think that covers our. Like I said, I definitely want to get into it. I was excited that you knew about the show too, because I feel like I haven't seen much of it. And I was like, let's do an episode to fucking put some emphasis on how awesome the show is.
Yeah. I definitely say, like, if you get a chance to watch it, y'all watch it.
God, I mean, please do.
We actually did a good job not spoiling a whole lot. We spoiled some things, but there's a lot more in the show that.
Even with the spoilers that we gave, like honestly, I think you'll appreciate how he gets to those points anyway.
Yeah,
like so it's sick. Like I'm very picky about like how my detective work is done in movies. I'm very picky about it, and like very few scenes was I upset about what they did.
Yes,
like it was a great way of going about how they get away, how he covers his tracks. Like how he's always got a backup plan. That's great.
Yes, fantastic. I mean, it's what a master thief should do.
Yeah.
Master thief and a gentleman should do. All right, because
the gentleman thief.
It's a gentleman thief. All right,
which he hasn't done too much of, except for that very first episode.
He's done a couple of things.
That is the only gentleman episode he had.
It's all about the demeanor of how.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's it on Lupin. We're gonna wrap up on that. I do want to take this last 15 minutes because we got a little extra time to wrap up the ending of WandaVision.
Oh, okay. So like we'll do a little short WandaVision talk.
Yeah, just a short. I just want to talk about the ending. Let's talk about that last episode because
double spoiler in one episode.
You know, they're gonna have to learn now. But
so watch out. All right, we'll give them plenty of time. We are going to spoil the ending of WandaVision. We will do an episode of like all of WandaVision. I would love to do like a sit down and talk about the whole season.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll just heads up you. Tag out now. Please go like and subscribe on Facebook. And please check out our Castbox. Our Castbox is still out there.
Our Castbox has been
on the right one.
Under the umbrella where we drop everything. The old one has been deleted. So we're still there. You can look us up. Just definitely hop on the Castbox.
Yeah, because I'm the only subscriber, and it's really sad. We went from like 500 fucking plays to 10, and I'm pretty sure
just fucking episodes in general, though, too.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one playing those now, just for quality assurance. Like when I post them, I go back and double check that everything sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure all those plays are me.
We'll have to push it out a little bit more. So we're gonna promote that on the page. Let's start dropping links, man. You gotta drop that on the page. Yeah, Castbox link. So
absolutely, they're always in our links on the podcast. So if you listen to the podcast now, go over to our links. You can check it out.
Yes.
All right, you've had your time. Now we're ruining it. So spoiler alert on one.
I'm ruining everything. Here we go, dude. That episode was sick. I ain't had a chance to talk about it. It's fucking amazing. I loved it.
I'm still confused on. So is she projecting herself at the end?
So she is projecting. Yes, she's using.
Or is she doing?
She's using the Darkhold. She's going through the Darkhold, learning the Darkhold, and projecting herself to build a new world. Now, the post-credit scene sets up the multiverse because now that's where Doctor Strange is going to come in, and he's going to be like, "Why is everything?" And he sees all timelines. Why is this timeline different and being altered? Because remember, you're not supposed to alter time. He's just kind of the protector of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, speaking of which, where the fuck has he been this whole thing?
He's the source of
they not afford? They couldn't afford Cabbage Patch.
No, Cabbage Patch. Damn you, Benedict!
Like, could they not afford him to bring him in?
No,
like,
I just honestly think that like it sets it up because in the comic books he's like Sorcerer Supreme. You know how he is. He doesn't really bother anybody until they come to him.
Well, until you fuck something up to where you're gonna ruin everything, he comes at you. Yeah. And she's the whole time like she altered a whole like section of reality. Like,
I mean, but like, did it do any harm though? It doesn't really. It did, but it didn't do any harm. It didn't do harm on a massive scale, like where it would change life.
The potential is still there.
That's very true.
She could have fucked reality up at any moment in time throughout that situation.
That's very true. I just think he only goes for shit like that, though, which is weird. But
yes, I don't know. I still got questions on why he was there. Or why he wasn't there.
I thought, you know what? I thought Reed Richards was going to come in the series the entire time. I thought they were finally going to drop Mr. Fantastic.
So
finally,
I didn't catch any of the hints at that. Am I stupid or like what was it?
It was when Monica turns and she says, "I have a contact that I know that is an astrophysicist," and everybody was like, "He's going to be in the show. It's going to happen. He's going to show up."
You can't say astrophysicist in the Marvel universe and not have 7 people lined up for the possibility of that. How did they get to fucking Reed Richards?
They had Reed Richards paid for it. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like my brain goes in like 7 different directions when
you gotta remember too, because Monica Rambeau becomes the next Captain Marvel after Carol Danvers retired, like the full official Captain Marvel.
Does Captain Marvel have an intimate relationship with the Fantastic Four or something?
No, but a Sword does.
Well, yeah, but
Sword does.
I'm just trying. Like, I couldn't find like after I saw everybody talking about it, I was like trying to find the threads, and I was like, I'd rather I've been out the game for too long or something. Like, I'm just having a brain fart because I was like, I can't find the threads. Like,
yeah, Sword does. So
you had to dig for it, I guess.
I mean, it's like I first of all, I don't like this weird like sword and shield thing that they had set up.
That's from the comic books. That's always been a convoluted fucking section.
I don't understand. Like, sword is technically the cosmic thing.
You can't have a shield without a sword. They were trying to be witty in the comic books, and now they have to make it relevant in the movies. It's just how it works.
It's just not. It's just one of those. It's like, man, see,
it's like Condiment Man. Like, you know, he existed. We have to figure out a place for him now. I'm sure I want him to show up in something real bad.
If he shows up, DC. I'm so excited. So excited.
I think they dropped the ball when they picked up Polka Dot Man and not Condiment Man.
Yeah. Well, that's like what was it? What was the dude that tied ropes that was like really good with
I don't know. I want to say not man, but you know, knowing DC, I wouldn't doubt he exists.
I forget his name where he dies in like the first 15 minutes of being on screen.
I don't remember.
They always need that character. I feel like every
it would have been good
with that joke. Just let somebody die.
Yeah, but with what else with Wanda at the end? I love the the trick that Vision played on the computer Vision. That was genius.
A Vision, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, which tree of Jordan are you? And I was like, I was like, that's amazing. Or what was the tree name? I can't remember what a tree of Thesis.
The tree of Theseus. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh god, it was so good.
That was a
that.
really good scene. That was a really good scene. Yeah.
That was.
I feel like Vision's like whole thing in the last episode had me all fucked up because I was like, he's about to die and he knows he's about to die and he still wants to do good and I can't take it anymore.
He's just pure hope. He's life. He wants to help preserve life everywhere. He's still part of the stone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's just crazy how humble and how much humility he still has, regardless of him just being a construct. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But now he's not technically a construct. He's like a real thing. I mean, he's like himself, but he doesn't have.
He's more robot now than ever, I guess.
He's more robot, but the robot still retains the memory. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's technically still him.
He's programmed Vision now, opposed to a living cybernetic being.
Yeah.
Yeah, because last time he still had like parts of life, I guess, in him from the stone. Yeah, it's complicated. It's all very complicated.
Vision. Well, I do like the fact that we did get a chance to kind of highlight him in the MCU because I feel like his shit's interesting. Like his story's interesting.
Yeah, he's amazing. That's why he always reminded me of like the Martian Manhunter of fucking Marvel.
He's almost the equivalent to Martian Manhunter
because his powers are similar.
Yeah,
like laser beam meets phasing in and out of shit. Like,
it's basically the same powers, and then he's super strong. He has super strength. So, so yeah, it's almost the same thing.
God, like losing her kids, like that. Sorry I'm jumping back into the the ending. Mm-hmm. Fucking like, I love that scene where she talks to who's the new Captain Marvel?
Monica Rambeau.
What was her name? Yes. So talking to her, and she was like, "They will never understand what you sacrificed for them." And I was like, that is so fucking deep. Like Wanda sacrificed her whole family for that situation. Yeah. Like to bring them all back. Yeah. Like I thought that like that whole thing like played heartstrings the whole time.
I almost shed a tear when she was like, "Thank you for choosing me to be your mom." And I was like, "No, don't cry." My face.
Did they choose? Well, not to get all cynical about it, but
because towards the end, when she realized that she was doing it, it was more like she was self-aware, and they were self-aware of what was happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was her brain protecting herself from losing her fucking mind. Yeah. It's essentially like, it reminded me a lot. Like I got real deep. Like, did you ever watch? Oh shit! What was the X-Men movie or show?
Legion.
Yes, Legion. Did you ever watch Legion?
Yes, I love Legion.
Yeah, I had hard Legion vibes this whole show. It was like her brain trying to tell her brain that she's losing her mind.
Yes, I had a Legion boner the entire time. I was like, yes, Legion boner. I had a whole Legion boner.
You gotta watch out with those, man. You'll end up putting people in walls and shit. I
might also start singing because the dude from Flight of the Conchords is the dude that sings the Shiny song in Moana. So shiny.
He had a hell of a career.
Dude, he went from Flight of the Conchords to like major movies, which is amazing.
I feel bad for his partner in
Brett?
Flight of the Conchords. Yeah, who does nothing now.
I mean, you made your money. You didn't really need to do anything else. You had an HBO show.
Yes, that's true. Mm-hmm. Anyway, was there anything else you wanted to highlight about WandaVision?
I do want to say I feel like it should have been. I feel like it was rushed a little bit because I actually went back and read an article saying that like the episode had to be recut, re-edited because they ran out of scheduling time. Yeah. COVID. So like I honestly think that like some of the fights and some of the stuff that was happening could have been a lot better if they just had more time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that finale was supposed to be amazing. And it was amazing, but it was supposed to be even more amazing.
Yeah, I thought the last fight was sort of cool, where she like wrote the ruins on the walls of the reality. I thought that was pretty awesome.
And trapped homegirl in her own reality.
Like what a fucking horrible prison that lady's in now.
Oh man, I feel so bad for her
to have to play that part now until Wanda needs her again. Poor lady.
I just been like, wow.
She got fucked.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you mess with a chick that has chaos magic. Who has magic from the fucking Infinity Stone?
Oh, can we talk about how her new outfit's fucking sick?
The updated Scarlet Witch.
I like it. I like the new Scarlet Witch.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's like sexy Red Riding Hood meets her original costume.
Oh, if only if Elizabeth Olsen had like a booty, it'd be amazing too. But
yeah. She got titties though.
I mean, you gotta not to deface women.
She's a beautiful woman.
She's gorgeous. She's amazing. I love Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
And she came to me today and was like, I'd be like, cool, let's go. Where we're going. Disappearing.
That's exactly how any interaction with females that happens with Will. That's
No,
cool. We going.
Smoke bomb. That's right. What color you want? You want green? Cool. I gotta get one in my pocket. But no, like I do like the updated costume.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see the Marvel movies. I'm really excited to see DC. This past 2 weeks has been the first time both us, well, in a long time, both like factions have been like, dude, good job, dude, good job. And that
let's not shake DC's hands just now.
The hands have been shaken.
They have a
97% audience rating on Reddit.
Now that's just because we have a bad taste in our mouths from the previous movie.
You shut up. All right,
we'll talk about that later.
Sorry, well, let's wave the truce flags for this one.
For now.
Not the true fags, the true flags. True flags there. Yeah. All right. Let's do that. But no, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about it because it was just so good, and I just needed to get it out.
Okay, yeah. We'll definitely do a bigger episode. On
I do want to talk about the series because it also presented some really cool like things as far as her story and kind of get into her story a little bit more too as well. So,
sorry. Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll wrap it up. What do we want to make sure to like us on Facebook.
Yes, Facebooks.
On the Twitters. Make sure to please check out our Castbox for the love of God. Someone get on there because we went from so many to literally it looks like I'm the only person running our
Yes.
Our
we had dedicated
500
followers.
Yes, 500
dedicated followers.
Nothing.
Yes.
So make sure to hop on there and check that out. What else? We have our Patreon. Check out Why So Nerdy at Patreon. We have our
TikTok.
That we're not doing anything yet. We're gonna post some stuff on there. We're getting on it, but there is a Why So Nerdy TikTok out there.
Yeah. So we have everything under the damn sun. If you want to check us out.
Oh yeah.
We're here.
Search the Why So Nerdy name, you'll find us.
Yes. Look us up. So next I think.
Will's gonna lead us out with some French. Go ahead, Will. Give us some French.
Oh, check it out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull all that. Here you go. What? Voulez-vous la voncher?
It means why does my rubber duck have such a big booty?
I put it on yesterday and threw it at my cat. I missed that.
That's what he should do on SNL from now on. Right,
yeah, that's what he should do. He's what he should do. All right, guys, we love you. We'll catch you on the next one. Oh. All right, man. Here I'm in this, and then I'm probably gonna shut down my laptop because it's getting ready to die. So, I need to update it anyway. So I'll go ahead and shut it down, plug it up, and let it update.